Hey everybody, welcome to McKellar Motivational Monday. I'm just trying out the Wi-Fi here in my hotel. Let me know, give me a thumbs up or something if you can hear me, if the connection is good, all that. It's brand new to me, so I don't know how it is. I see some hearts, I see some people joining, that's a good sign, but let me know how it is. Hi everyone, a thumbs up, okay, thank you Jam Pop. And where are you guys watching from? You can hear me. Okay, good. Good. Yay. All right. Hey, Carrie. Connection is fantastic. In Spain. You can hear me all the way in Spain. That's amazing. I still can't get over how cool this is. I haven't scoped in forever. It's been 2 weeks. I missed last week because I'm here in Vancouver shooting a movie, and last week, it was the day before I started shooting, and I just couldn't get it together. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, so today I'm going to talk about some tricks, just really simple, easy things for letting go that was requested of me 2 weeks ago. And I thought about it and I thought, you know what, there's some little tricks that I can share that might just be really useful. So, Kuwait, that's awesome. And no more sneak peeks of the movies. You know what, it was a very intense week the first week. So I'll figure sometime maybe this week or next where I can show you guys some behind the scenes stuff. Oh, that was you, Adelia. That's right. Fantastic. And others have requested it too. So this is, but I remember you from 2 weeks ago as well. I am going to invite Facebook Live to join us as well. And before I do, if any of you guys want to share, I always appreciate that. I think last time, it didn't work the last few times. So if I haven't been thanking you, it's because I can't see that you're sharing, but I am just going to do a blanket thank you so much to everyone who's sharing. It is absolutely the best way that you guys can say thank you and to help support me is by sharing and following, of course. All right, guys, let's see. You're in Atlanta? Nice, Carrie. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do this as well on Facebook Live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to McKellar Motivational Monday. My name is Danica McKellar. I am an actress, math book author, yoga lover, homeschooling mom, and many other things, health nut. And every Monday we do McKellar Motivational Monday to just share some ideas about how to make life better, how to get a better experience of life and just be motivated. So today we're going to talk about letting go and some really simple tricks that I use and that I'm glad to be reminding myself of to use for letting go. There are some sayings, there are a couple techniques, and also a couple of just like little sayings, like a sentence or less than a sentence, just a few words, that sometimes I find those little catchphrases to be the most helpful because they stick in your head and they're easy to remember and they can make a big difference to me. All right, so there are a few different types of reasons for letting go. Let me hear, first of all, from you guys, what you need the most help letting go. What kind of stuff? Is it anger, resentment, grief, sadness, frustration? What kind of thing do you guys need the most help letting go? Thank you, Gary. And yes, anger, depression. Depression is usually because of anger or sadness. Frustration, okay, anger, seeing mostly anger here. Yes. Anxiety, okay, yeah. Anger from the past. Yeah. Okay, that's grief, Jean. I'm sorry to hear it. Yes, and from your depression, for those who are saying depression, unless if it's like clinical humiliation, okay. Oh, more sadness here. Failed marriage. Yeah, well, I can relate to that one. Yeah, the hurt feelings, grief. And anger is all wrapped up usually into the end of a marriage. So, all things must pass. That's a really good quote. That was not on my list. All right, so, hi Thumper. Letting go of worries, accepting the things you cannot change. Well, J-Rod, there's that wonderful poem, the Serenity Prayer. See if I remember it. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's a great one. It's on the longer side. It's longer than the quotes that I have that I'm going to share with you guys. Time heals all wounds. Yes. Oh, like a balloon, just let it go. I like that. Oh, this is why it's so fun to do this with you guys, because we're all sharing ideas. Like a balloon, let it go. All right, first, let's talk about letting go of anger. So we all have stuff that we're angry about from the past, sometimes the near past, sometimes the distant past. But there's just a lot of anger for human beings for some reason, and we need tools for letting that anger go. One of my favorite quotes is to think about this. I was going to mess it up. Holding on to anger. So holding on to anger or resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Holding on to anger and resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Tell me which of you guys like that one. Does that resonate with you? Yes, that's true. Never act on anything when you're angry. So, yes, holding on to anger, and think about it, how you guys are experiencing it right now. It's too tiring to stay angry. Yes. Yes. Okay, good. So that's one. And yes, holding on to stress absolutely affects physical health. Stress is a huge factor, and usually the number one factor in most things that you find online. If you go to like WebMD and look up what causes this thing I'm going through, stress is usually on the list somewhere. All right, so that's one. The drinking the poison quote is one of my favorites. Here's another one. Live and let live. When we're really angry at someone, whether it's somebody on the road or somebody in our personal life, it's another really simple one. Live and let live. For me, when I think of that, it really helps to release something. It almost feels like a physical release inside my gut. And I realize I've been holding tension that I didn't realize that I was. Live and let live. Do you know? Yes, stress is a silent killer. Absolutely. Live and let live. How many of you guys like that one? And then move on, of course. You have road rage. Live and let live, Ryan. Literally, live and let live, because road rage, of course, can lead to accidents. Another one, if you were dealing, here's one. Just when you're really angry at someone and it's taken up a lot of your time, think about this. It's not worth your time. You've got better things to do. You really do. You've got better things to do than to give all of this attention to this person who doesn't deserve it. All this anger and resentment that you have towards some person, think about it. What is it? Oh, the lion doesn't lose sleep over the sheep's opinion of him. Something like that. When you're feeling really angry and resentful, think about that person you're feeling angry and resentful about and decide that it's not worth your time. Yes, it's like drinking poison and expecting them to die, which that's not what you want. And it's not worth your time. It is what it is. Yes, that's another one. Counting to 10, that's good, but in terms of letting go, literally letting something go, live and let live, it's not worth your time, and that being angry and holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Those are my favorite ones that have to do with anger itself. Then sometimes we have toxic relationships. Sometimes we need to let go of a relationship that we are in that is causing us a lot of toxicity and pain. And sometimes it's important to work through those things in a relationship, and our gut will tell us which it is. Sometimes we need to let go, and it's so hard to let go because we feel attached and we feel responsible somehow, and we just have a hard time letting go. The tool that I learned, actually I learned it in Al-Anon, which is a whole different story, because I was with an alcoholic a long, long time ago, and I ended up with a whole bunch of really cool, not my ex-husband, by the way, so a relationship before that. I ended up with some really great tools, and one of them was detaching with love. Sometimes we need to detach with love, and it is possible to detach with love. Just think to yourself, I'm detaching with love. I wish you well. I wish you well. This just isn't the right thing for me, and it's not good for either of us. You know, a relationship doesn't have to end with loud voices and an argument. Sometimes you can just detach with love, and that is one way of letting go as well. You like that? Good. It's a really important one for a lot of us. Let's see what I made notes. I don't usually make notes, you guys, but I made notes this time because I wanted to make sure that I did a really comprehensive, exploration of letting go. that would be the most helpful. Let's see. Oh, okay. So sometimes we feel really wronged, betrayed. And we ask ourselves, why did this happen to me? Why? And we get stuck. We get stuck in this circle of grief and betrayal. And why did this happen? Why did this happen to me? You know, and how could they do this to me? How could they, when I'm in so much pain over it? How could they possibly do this to me? And when you're in that cycle, I was in this cycle once, and a quote from Deepak Chopra really, really helped me. And I don't remember what book it was in. It was something that my mom played for me, an audiobook. And he said something like this. He said, remember that when people do horrible things to you, remember that their perspective is different from yours, first of all. If they had your perspective, they probably wouldn't have done that. And that everyone is doing the best they can do at this moment with the tools that they have. Because everyone is at a different stage of enlightenment. Not everyone has the same perspective that we do. Everyone is doing the best that they can with the emotional tools that they have. And somehow, just hearing that quote and realizing that of course it's true. We're all just doing our best. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all do. We all end up hurting each other without realizing it sometimes. Sometimes we realize it. Sometimes we don't. But when we're feeling really wronged, when I was feeling really wronged, that helped me so much. That the person who has hurt you, they were doing the best that they could with all things considered with the tools that they have, even if it led to some pretty effed up decisions that really hurt you. That was it. They didn't have the tool set. Maybe they weren't loved enough as a child. They need love. Send them love. Just close your eyes and send them love and wish them well. This stuff helps me so much to let go. It is hard to accept. Yorkie girl, it's some things that I do keep private. Better to be alone than with bad company, Paul. Absolutely true. Everything is fine now, guys. I'm very happy. I'm in a really good place in my life with all my relationships, with everyone around me. I'm truly grateful for the relationships I have with my family, with my husband, with my ex-husband, with everybody. I'm very, very fortunate. But it took a lot of working through to get to this place. Thank you, Mark. So let's recap. Oh, and then finally, whatever kind of letting go you're trying to do, and whichever quotes of these help the most, and I will do a recap at the end just in case for people who are joining in late. Whatever you're going through, stop obsessing. And how do we stop obsessing? Just for a minute, give yourself a break. Get up and do something. Do something physical. Do some push-ups. Run around. Go for a jog. Dance. Sing. Do some yoga. Whatever you have to do, break the cycle of grief and trauma and anger that you are in. And then come back to the helpful quotes that you like the most. Just, give yourself a break. Because I know for me, I'll sit and I'll try to figure something out and I'll work really hard at it. And then it's like, you know what? All of these thoughts, all of these issues, they'll be here still after I go for a jog or do some yoga or just do some stretching and do something else, read a book, and get on social media if you have to, but that can be a mixed bag. So just be physical though. That's the best. Get physical. Jump up and down, turn on your favorite music, and break the cycle. And then come back, because when you finish doing that, if it's really going on, the feelings will come back, all the stuff will come back, and then return to your quotes. But you know what? I bet, return to your tools. I bet that when you return to the tools and tricks that we've talked about today, or any other tricks that work for you, it'll work better when you've got a little endorphin in your system after having gotten some exercise. Even if just for 10 minutes, you guys, it makes a big difference. Turn on the music loud and do something physical. So, let's recap. We're talking about letting go. Tools for letting go when you're really angry. Oh, there's one more. There's one more, you guys. There's one more. There's one more that I totally forgot about. This is about letting go of a dream or if there's grief involved. A mistake that we made. And that's this. I was wrong, and that's okay. Or maybe it's about the person you chose to spend your life with and then you're getting a divorce. I was wrong, and that's okay. Just to help let go of guilt or resentment to yourself. Just, I was wrong and that's okay. And just say it to yourself until you believe it. Because we're all here to make mistakes and grow and gain more tools along the way. If we had it all figured out, honestly, there'd be no reason to visit this planet. We would be so enlightened that we would just float into the universe and do whatever spirits do when they're completely enlightened. But we are human beings. We make mistakes, and mistakes are done to us. And we need to remind ourselves of the tools that we have. We have so much power, you guys, to change the experience that we are having of our lives. One of those tools is about letting go. So now that I've covered all of the things I meant to cover, now I can recap. So, if you could live your life over, it would be an ice cream shop. Well, you know what? Ice cream cheers people up all the time. Don't worry, be happy. Letting go, you know what, look, letting go, Ronald, is a process. Yes, and prayer is something that can be very useful as well. Turning it over to God. Let go and let God is another one. That deserves to be on the list. Okay, so here we go. So if you are angry, letting go of anger. First, remembering that holding on to anger and resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Think about that. Absorb it into your skin and remember it when you are holding on to resentment and anger. It's not having the desired outcome. All right, live and let live. Just live and this one is good for me if I'm having feelings of anger towards something that somebody did on the road or whatever, and we don't know what kind of day they were having. Maybe something really horrible just happened to them and they're just pissed off, and we need to let them just have their moment. Live and let live. I invite you guys to write these down if any of them particularly resonate, because it's that kind of thing where it's like popcorn. You're like, oh, that was really helpful, and then it's like gone. Okay, that wasn't like popcorn at all. I don't know why I just said that was like popcorn. If any of you guys know why I said that was like popcorn, then you have an insight into me that I would appreciate. Tweet me, let me know. So, live and let live. So the poison thing, live and let live. Detaching with love. Detaching with love is a great and powerful one for toxic relationships. It's not worth your time. Obsessing and being angry over something that somebody did, let's decide that it's not worth our time. And then find something that is worth your time. If you're feeling particularly wronged, just remember that that person who did that thing to you was doing the best that they knew how with the tools that they have, or the tools that they had at the time. And wish them well and send them love. They were doing the best that they could. It's a tough one sometimes, but if you can internalize that, it really helps when you have really felt that you were wronged. And then when we make mistakes and we're really upset, whether it's choosing the wrong person or any other mistake, it's remembering to say to ourselves, I was wrong, and that's okay. I was wrong, and that's okay. I'm moving forward from here. All we can do, all we have is the present moment. And then finally, whatever kind of letting go that you need to do when you are caught on a cycle and you feel like you're in the undertow and you just can't get a breath, get up, get off the couch, get off your phone, get out of your place, go for a jog, dance around, or put on some music and do some push-ups. Do something to change your physical body, because your body, the physical nature of our body and our mental state are completely connected, absolutely connected. And it'll help to break the cycle. And if you feel like you're supposed to be thinking about it, well, guess what? It'll be there for you afterwards. And you'll be better equipped to deal because of having exercised and just freed up your internal organs and your adrenal system and all the rest of it to start working for you. Get that heart pumping blood through your system. Things will feel a little different with a few endorphins. So I've been talking and talking. I would love to, at this point, see what your guys' ideas are, which things resonated with you, if you have anything to add, any quotes. You need to figure out how to stop thinking. Oh, and then let go and let God. Let go and let God is a great one, turning it over to a higher power, because we certainly can't control everything. We can control some things, but not most things. You're welcome, Johnny. No, Andy, I'm doing great. I I'm responding to a couple of requests that I've had to do one of these about letting go. And maybe because I'm an actress, I'm very able to get in touch with feelings that I've had at any point in my life, or anyone else's feelings for that matter. That's my job. How do you let go when family is the cause of the anger? Well, oftentimes it's family of some sort. Most of the quotes that I said I believe apply, especially detaching with love. Even if you're going to see them at family events, or I don't know how close the family member is, but wishing them well and knowing that they only have the certain tools that they have, and remembering that you are the true supplier of your own happiness. We all are. That's why I do these scopes, you guys. It is why. Because whether the anger is something that happened a long time ago and it's somebody you don't see anymore, or if it's somebody you see every day. First of all, you know, if it's somebody you see every day and it's maybe you're taking life too seriously, Brad, that is a quote that my mom used to have up on the door of our bathroom. It said, life is too important to be taken seriously, because I'm a worrier. And that always helped me a lot. But whether the anger is happening from somebody far away from you or somebody you're seeing every day, we have to take control of our own feelings by Qui-Gon Jinn, that's a Star Wars thing, by using these tools, using the tools. If it's somebody even close to you, still holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting that person who's right in front of you to die. It's not going to happen. It's still not worth your time. So all these things, please watch this again and apply it to, yes, even if it is family. I'm not talking about stuff that's just far away. Odelia, then use these tools. They say that it takes us half the time of the relationship to get over the relationship. So if you're with someone for 10 years, it's going to take you 5 years to get out of it. I don't know where that number comes from, but be patient with yourself. Be patient. Apply the tools, and pretty soon you'll be living your life, and you'll be like, oh yeah, there's that thing I used to be really obsessed over. Just focus on you. You're the one that deserves your time and attention, and those around you who are showing you love. Live and let live. Somebody was trying to forgive and let go of a person. Right, Jack, that's true. It's not about the other person. It's not actually about the person who did the thing to you. It's not about them. They're not that important. It's about how it affected you. That's all that matters. You're just taking care of you. You can't control them or their future actions. You can wish them well, and that's it. You're welcome, Kirk. It's my pleasure. You throw tools out of anger? That's very funny, Ryan. Don't do that. These are tools to deal with anger, different kind of tools. Yes, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to the dark side. Is that another Star Wars quote? I don't know, but it's true. Which quote would be good for you to focus on, dealing with an ex? Well, it really depends on why it ended. Let me see. I mean, if you're angry, is it anger or is it sadness? You're welcome, Justin. That's right, Matthew. He really wasn't into you. Let him go. He's not worth it. He's so not worth it. And I know that that's so trite, but it's true. He is not worth your time. You are the lion and he is the sheep. The lions do not lose sleep over what the sheep think of them. I'm probably butchering that quote, but I love it. It is so true. It is so true. That guy is not worth your time. You're worth your time. Let's see. Oh, I know. Okay, Odelia, okay, do you guys know My Fair Lady? Do you know that movie, My Fair Lady? Which is a great movie with Audrey Hepburn. Yes, Audrey Hepburn and Rex Harrison. You know that movie? Odelia, do you know that movie? There's a great song in it near the end called Without You. Thank you, Justin, for sharing my video and 9 others. I really appreciate it. My Fair Lady. Okay. It's this great song where he has rejected her and she is taking back her life. And it is fantastic. Okay, so it's just like, without you, oh shoot. Without you, oh shoot, I can't think of, I wish one of you guys could sing me this song out loud, somebody who knows it. Without you twirling it, the earth will spin. Without you pulling it, the clouds roll in. Something like that. They can do without you, ducky, so can I. I will not feel alone without you. I can stand on my own without you. So without much ado, we will all money through without you. Something like that. Anyway, it's great, and it's so empowering. Odelia, go get that song on iTunes or whatever and listen to it. It will change your life. Listen to it all the time. Break free from your idea. By the way, when we're trying to get over someone, especially if we weren't with them that long, or even if it was somebody you're with for a while, it's not about them. It's about our idea of them. We get attached to our idea of the person we were with or wanted to be with. It's not actually about them. It's not actually about them and who's in their soul, because when you find somebody you really connect with, they want to be with you. That's different. When we get attached to an idea of someone, it's like that can last forever. Yeah, it's your idea of him, Odelia. It's not him. Yes, somebody was just listing lyrics from the song, which was a great song. Thanks, Jewel. Thanks for being here. So anyway, no, I'm not single. I'm really happily married. Why do people keep asking if I'm single? I mean, it's very flattering. Thank you. But I'm happily married. Anthony Robbins says, remember, you're only a millimeter off from where you need to be. Thank you, Shelley, for sharing my video, and 11 others. I wish it said all the names. Kickflip 75. So, yeah, so here's what I'm doing right now. I'm in Vancouver, and I am shooting a movie for Hallmark Channel. It's another Christmas movie, and I'm very excited about it. It's called Coming Home for Christmas, and it's very, very sweet. I've been shooting it for about a week now, and it's fantastic. I just love it. I'm so happy with my co-stars. I love all the chemistry between me and everyone so far. It's just been wonderful, and we just got some great actors, and it's a great script. So check out my Instagram if you want to see stories. I do little Instagram stories. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Instagram stories, little mini videos. It's hard to do long form videos on set. Air date, we don't have one yet. Coming home for Christmas. That's right. So thank you so much for joining me. This was an extra long one today. I got off early from work today, which is very rare. They actually had some scenes I wasn't in, and so I got to get off early and hang out with you guys and talk about letting go, which is a super important topic, and I'm really glad we could all hang out and share ideas. So thank you so much. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for sharing. If you enjoyed it, please share it, and thank you for your follows. Everyone, you're just fantastic, and I love you and appreciate you all. Thank you for watching the Danicam. You are the D Squad. I'll see you soon. Bye.